Welcome to the deep dive. We're your express lane to getting up to speed on the big stuff.
Glad to be diving in.
Today, we're tackling a set of sources called excerpts from Bitcoin's ascent, price, regulation, and market dominance.
Quite a title. Covers a lot of ground.
It really does. And our mission, really, is to pull out the key pieces, the essential insights that explain what's going on with Bitcoin right now.
This incredible run, you mean?
Exactly. That and sort of its bigger place in the whole financial system. The question we're kind of asking is Bitcoin moving past that speculative curiosity phase?
And becoming more mainstream.
Yeah. Is it really stepping into that financial spotlight for real this time?
Okay.
And, well, to kick things off, let's talk about the number, the one everyone's buzzing about.
The price.
Bitcoin hitting a new all-time high, $123,000.
It's a pretty staggering figure.
I mean, that's a number a lot of analysts thought was maybe years down the road. It suggests things are maturing faster, maybe.
Well, what's really interesting, according to the source material anyway, is that this wasn't just some, random pump.
Right, not pure speculation.
No. The sources point to two really big things driving this. First, a real surge in institutional adoption.
Okay, the big money coming in.
Serious capital, yeah. And second, maybe even more important, is the appearance of clear, supportive legislation.
Okay, so those two things together, institutional cash and clearer rules.
They're definitely interconnected.
Let's unpack the institutional side first. What does that actually look like, according to the sources? How are these big players getting involved?
Well, this is where things have really shifted, fundamentally shifted. It's not just institutions buying Bitcoin directly anymore, though that happens.
Okay.
The sources really highlight these regulated investment vehicles. Think spot Bitcoin ETFs.
Ah, right. The exchange-traded funds.
Exactly. They basically provided this low-friction, familiar way in for traditional finance firms and their clients.
So it's easier for them to get exposure.
Much easier. Major asset managers can now offer Bitcoin within the existing regulatory frameworks they already understand. It makes it more accessible and, crucially, it feels safer for that large-scale investment.
That makes a lot of sense. So the ETFs are kind of like a bridge, bringing Wall Street over to Bitcoin.
A very important bridge, yes.
Okay, institutional money provides the fuel, the momentum, but you also mentioned supportive legislation. That's been a huge missing piece for, well, years.
Definitely. Uncertainty has been a major headwind.
And this is where I think it gets really interesting. Our sources talk about one specific piece of legislation that seems like a potential game changer for trust in the whole market.
Indeed. The source specifically mentions the Genius Act.
Genius Act, okay.
Stands for Generating Enterprise and Investment for National Utility Services Act. Signed into law by President Trump, according to the material.
And what does it do?
Its key provision, the really foundational part, is that it requires stablecoin issuers.
Okay, focused on stablecoins.
Yes. It requires them to back their coins one-to-one with reserves, either dollars or other highly liquid, transparent assets.
One-to-one reserves. It sounds technical, but that feels like it has massive implications, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Can you elaborate a bit? Why is that so foundational, and how does regulating stablecoins specifically help the whole crypto market and, indirectly help Bitcoin?
It's really more than just a detail. It's like a systemic safeguard, if you think bigger picture.
Right.
By demanding stablecoins are fully backed and, importantly, transparently audited, the Genius Act essentially prevents a kind of digital bank run.
Ah, okay. Where the stablecoin might lose its dollar peg.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Without that backing, if
Right.
confidence wavers, a stablecoin could collapse and trigger chaos across the whole ecosystem. We've seen scares like that before.
Right. Domino effect.
Precisely. So this legislation reduces that systemic risk. It makes the entire digital asset space just feel more legitimate, more secure.
And that makes Bitcoin more attractive.
By extension, yes. For both the big institutions and individual investors, they see a more stable, more regulated environment taking shape. It's like putting guardrails on the crypto highway.
Okay, I like that analogy. It makes the whole journey feel safer, not just the stablecoin lane.
Exactly.
So, okay, we've got this rapid institutional adoption, helped by things like ETFs, and now significant regulatory clarity, starting with stablecoins via the Genius Act. What does all this mean for Bitcoin's overall standing? Like, how much bigger is its footprint now, not just in crypto, but in the wider financial world?
That really brings us to the question of dominance, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And the numbers are, frankly, astounding. Our sources reveal Bitcoin's market capitalization recently hit $2.35 trillion.
Wow. $2.35 trillion.
Yeah. And to put that in perspective, this happened as the entire crypto market itself expanded to around $4 trillion.
So Bitcoin is nearly 60% of the total crypto market cap.
Roughly, yeah. It underscores just how dominant it remains. The undisputed king, you could say.
It's hard to argue with that number.
And it signals something deeper than just a price rally. It points to a much more fundamental integration into the global financial system. It's moving beyond being just a niche asset,
Becoming a significant player.
an undeniable one.
Mhm.
It's almost like Bitcoin graduated from being, a speculative startup to something more like a blue chip stock, but in digital form.
That's a powerful way to put it. So
Mm.
for you, our listener, listening to this deep dive, what really stands out from these sources about Bitcoin right now? It seems clear.
What do you think?
Well, first, it's not just hitting these crazy price highs like $123,000. It's why. It's happening on the back of massive institutional adoption flowing through these new, easier channels like ETFs.
Right, the structure is changing.
And second, this whole ecosystem is getting kind of bolstered by critical regulatory moves, like the Genius Act focusing on stablecoins, which builds trust and stability for everyone involved.
Reduces that background risk.
Exactly. And the result of all this, Bitcoin has cemented its position. A staggering $2.35 trillion market cap. It's a dominant force integrating deeper and deeper into the global financial landscape.
Seems like a fair summary of the sources.
So as you think about that growing market cap, that $2.35 trillion figure, and this new era of regulatory clarity that seems to be dawning, here's something to ponder.
Go on.
Will this deeper integration eventually lead to Bitcoin being seen less as, this super volatile speculative thing,
Uh-huh.
and maybe more as a foundational part of the future financial infrastructure, something maybe even necessary, like a kind of digital gold?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Yeah.
And following on from that, if it does become seen that way, like digital gold, a core asset,
Yeah.
what might that actually imply? Not just for Wall Street or traditional investors, but for the fundamental way, we all understand and interact with money and value in the decades ahead. Something to think about.